Ready? There you go. She holds on, and off she goes. There was a Guinness World Book of Record for swinging. She would win.
Brooke Greenberg may one day make the Guinness Book of World Records, but not for swinging.
She has something that nobody else on the planet has.
Incredibly, on January 8, 2010, Brooke Greenberg turned 17.
Nobody knows what's going on with Brooke. She has something in her chromosomal makeup that inhibits her to age. In reality, she could live forever.
Brooke is the third of Melanie and Howard Greenberg's 4 daughters.
Come on, let's walk over here. Show everybody how you walk. Okay. Good job.
Even before Brooke was born, Melanie knew something was different with this pregnancy.
The doctor would say, you know, I'm not sure about the growth. By the time I got to the 8th month, they started doing tests and decided they wanted to do a C-section.
Brooke was delivered a month early and spent 30 days in the neonatal intensive care unit.
She was born with anterior hip dislocation, which means her hips were on backwards. It's extremely rare. The orthopedist said, we will fix it and life will go on.
But there were more problems.
She started getting pneumonia, and she was susceptible to catching anything, not like the other children.
First year and a half, we noticed she was not developing in her growth or her height. We tried everything we could to put weight on her. We gave her some growth hormones, and that didn't work. She was in the hospital all the time. From 1 to 5, she was in the hospital maybe 60% of her life. She has escaped death 4 or 5 times. Every obstacle she overcame. All right, Brookie. Well, we go inside, watch a little TV. The Ravens are on. It's our favorite football team, is the Ravens.
As the years went on, Brooke seemed to be frozen in time.
She doesn't age.
The best guess is that she has a genetic problem. The hypothesis we're working under is that she has a spontaneous mutation of the genes that control the developmental program.
Dr. Richard Walker, a specialist in aging disorders, has been studying Brooke Greenberg for years.
Parts of her are developing at different rates. She appears to have the dental age of about 6 or 7-year-old. Her cellular age seems to be much older than her total body age. To give you some idea of how little she's changed, she was 5 years old here, 8, 11, and 15. Now in her 17th year, she doesn't appear to be much different.
Hey, Princess. Now your shirt's all messed up.
I wouldn't explain it to a new friend. I would have to get to know them before to explain what's with Brooke. I mean, I grew up with it, so it's just normal to me.
Usually when we're out and about with Brooke, people don't really know, and the first thing they say is, oh, how old's that little baby? And I never tell them her age because you get amazing looks.
Or we have to go into the whole story.
The whole story,
so
and it's just it's not worth it. So whenever Brooke was 12 years old, and I would say 12 months old, it's just too hard for people to understand. It's just not fair for us to sit there in front of Brooke and explain like she's a science project.
Yay! Gotcha!
When she goes to school and they do testing on her, she could be 12 to 18 months in physical motor skills, 9 to 12 months in cognitiveness. It depends on what the test is about.
We have here an MRI of Brooke's brain compared to just a generally normal brain. One estimates the age of this brain at less than a year.
I think that she is a lot smarter than everybody thinks, but in her own way.
She understands. She might not be able to verbalize back, but there's some understanding with Brooke.
Brooke has a full-time nurse and goes to a school for children with special needs. But in many ways, she's just like any other kid.
Brookie loves music. She loves when the radio's playing loud. She loves someone to dance with her. She likes being independent. She's no different than the other girls in the house where they want to be by themselves.
Every now and then the bus driver lets her drive the bus home. She's just a really happy-go-lucky child.
We watched Kardashians yesterday, And she was just tearing up laughing when they got to where they were having the wedding dancing. She really loved that.
You know, everybody says you would always like to have your baby forever. We look at it differently. I mean, in our hearts, we would always like to see Brooke grow up, see her go to a soccer game or drive a car or do whatever. But we're blessed.
One of our doctors told us just think in the moment and give her the best you can for that day, and basically that's what we do.
Science is looking to Brooke Greenberg, hoping her condition might hold the key to the riddle of aging.
We've been told that Brooke is 1 in 6.5 billion. She is that rare.
Brooke may bring us the secret to aging by virtue of giving us the genes that actually are responsible for it.
But she's a lovely girl. Right, Brookie? Brookie, you're more fun. She will laugh. Not today, not now, later maybe.
I couldn't imagine our life without Brooke.